What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. I just got finished watching Doctor Strange. Pretty good movie. Thumbs up. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Action packed from the beginning. Uh, Watching it in 3D. I'm not usually that person that says go watch something in 3D, but this was definitely worth it. Avian, what's good? Hey, you're welcome to come on if you like to. I'll be more than happy to put you on. But anyway, send a request if you're willing to come on. But the Doctor Strange movie was dope, so I suggest you go see it. The Doctor Strange movie, good. And again, I'm not the dude that tells you to go watch something in 3D because usually it's a waste of money, whatever. But this one was good. And it starts off from the beginning. The first 2 seconds, it starts. The action starts. The 3D starts. Oh, okay. I hear you. But yeah, it's definitely worth seeing. So you got yourself a Saturday, a rainy Saturday. Oh, thank you. It's a rainy Saturday. There's not much to do. It's kind of boring, dreary. Go see Doctor Strange. It's good, Check it out. It's a good thing. I don't know what you guys are doing, but whatever. I just wanted to get my little 2 cents in. And by the way, check out my my streams, my live streams, the podcast on Who Peed in the Dating Pool. We're talking to some great people. I mean, I have a surprise. Someone's coming up, and she's gonna be dope. I have a bunch of surprises actually. Entrepreneurs and artists and managers and so forth. And I just have a bunch of talented ladies that really want to get on and express themselves. Hopefully, Avian will be on soon. I'm looking forward to it. She's a bright, smart entrepreneur, business owner, and she has some interesting things to put out there. So check it out. We'll have her on soon. Anyway, so check out the streams. Who Peed in the Dating Pool? We're trying to talk about things that are significant in relationships, interpersonal communication skills, and all of those things that we take for granted with one another. So we want to have people on board, and we can just have some discussion because everything basically. I think Avian is coming up. Hold on, we'll see. Hold on. Waiting. Anyway. So I'm just going to wait for it to come through. If it comes through, we're going to have Avian on. We're going to talk. We're going to chit-chat a little bit. We're going to talk about some of these things that's going on in this dating world and why things are so messy and how we can work to improve them. Improve ourselves in the process. So, yeah. So, again, check it out. When I do a live, I'll post it, and it'll be on I'll eventually put it on the page, and so it can be viewed later. Avian, I know I saw you said you sent the request. I don't see it as of yet, but as soon as I see it, I'll bring you on. But again, we're going to talk about relationships and the ups and downs, and what can we do collectively to improve. I talked to someone recently, young lady, she's 27 years old, and I was telling her about the podcast, and I feel so bad because she said, is this what I have to look forward to when I get older? And I'm like, no. There's somebody out there for you. This is just part of it's a piece of the puzzle. Yeah, it's a problem, but it's just a small piece of the puzzle. You're gonna be fine. She's a beautiful young lady, and she'll be fine. And it's just a hiccup right now, but we're trying to work on it. I mean, and a lot of that has to do with us and improving who we are and other people willing to improve who they are. And if that happens, then I think we got something that we can work on, at least build on, some type of foundation. And that's essentially what we're trying to do. We're trying to build a foundation. Let's get this foundation built, and let's build on it, because we're not meant to be alone. We're meant to be with someone. I want to know who that person is, but you're meant to be with somebody, and it starts with meeting and communicating with strangers, and you start with that. And then once that starts, that initial meeting needs to go better than in what it's been going so far. Is that for what it's been going? Whatever. How it's been going so far. Oh man. I don't know either why I can't see the request. Hold on. Hopefully. Universal Thought. What's good?
There it is.
Avian.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. I'm good. Doing nothing.
Hey,
Eating milk and cookies, actually.
milk and cookies is good for you. That's the
Yes.
food of champions.
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, let me give you a proper introduction. This is Avian Regan, entrepreneur, businesswoman, smart lady, mother, single lady, looking for somebody who's positive and productive.
Exactly. Why is my nephew here?
I don't know. Hey, maybe he has somebody. I don't know. So, Avian, talk to me. Talk to me. I hear the same thing over and over. I mean, I constantly hear the same thing. And you know what? I'm getting a little feedback, so let's see if I can correct that. But I hear the same thing from women over and over. 1 second. And it's probably me.
It is because I don't hear any feedback on my side.
Okay. I'm gonna put in earphones just to, because I'm getting Bluetooth. It's probably from the Bluetooth. Hello?
Yes.
Okay. That's better. That's awesome. There we go.
Here we go. Here we go. I
Avian
wasn't
talked.
I wasn't set up and prepared for all of this, but I'm here. Go ahead. I'm here. I
Neither was
told you
I,
I'm here.
apparently. Neither was I. Okay, Avian. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that the dating pool, yeah, it's being it. I don't know. Is this true? Is it something that's being overblown,
No,
or is it spot on?
it's fecal matter in there.
Oh shit!
It's horrible. It is horrible. I think people don't know how to date. People don't know how to court or just even communicate for that matter. I
So,
Go ahead.
so what's the biggest problem that you're running into?
Okay, so let's say for instance, I'm doing a lot of online dating because I'm too busy. So,
Okay.
say for instance, I click, I like this person. They click, they like me. I personally wait for the man to make the first move. I'm not that aggressive type. So once they,
Okay.
say hello to me, bam, we can talk. I'm like, hi, how are you?
Oh wow.
Next
Wow.
day, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, how are you?
Wow. Okay.
Hey,
I
beautiful.
get it.
Next day, I'm like, really? You gonna hey beautiful me to death? Like,
All right.
talk, communicate. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's horrible. And personally for me, now I'm to the point where I don't even care. Like if we have the smallest of conversation that makes a little bit of sense outside of good morning or hey beautiful,
Right.
I just give my number. Here's my, because I need to talk to you. I need to feel a connection. I like to hear your voice, know what you sound like, because I can't get attached to a text or a message.
I agree. I mean, you need that communication. Fellas, listen, communicate. Vocal communication. In person. Communicate in person. Women like to see that you're interested. They
Right.
like to know, you know? So, I mean,
I
I
started
don't know.
thinking that maybe social media and video hoes got some guys twisted.
Video hosts.
I don't
Okay.
know, like, or
Right.
just the whole social media has
You
got
know,
people twisted to a point where they're not even going to communicate. Hey, Dane.
I spoke to a guy not too long ago, and I asked him, I said, all right, so what's the biggest problem in dating so far? And he said the biggest problem was the internet. So I said, so how so? And he made a good point. He said the internet is such a instant gratification network,
Hmm.
and everybody's interested in instant gratification. So they want everything right now. They want a date right now. They want sex right now. They want intimacy right now. They want everything right
Everything
now.
right now. I
And
agree.
nobody's developed patience. I mean, patience. Nobody's taking the time to get to know one another. When we grew up, I mean, how many of us had cell phones back in school? Now, mind you, Ava and I had known each other for like 3 decades, so
Yes.
a
Literally.
long time, yeah,
Literally.
a long
Literally.
time. So we grew up in the era where there were no, there were cell phones, but we didn't have them. We
Yeah,
had a
we didn't
beeper,
have them.
maybe,
We had
you
a
know.
beeper. I had a
So
beeper.
exactly. So we grew up in the era where we had to pass notes in class. Do you like me? Whatever, you know. We grew up in the era we
Send
had to
cryptic
communicate.
messages via beeper.
Exactly. For real. On a payphone because
Right.
nobody had, you know. But we learned how to communicate more so than a lot of the generation now. So what's
Yes.
happening to the generation, people that we grew up with, when they become our age and they learn the skills of communication? I don't know what happened. I think they
I
get
don't
caught
either.
up in, I don't know. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to figure this out.
Between that, being catfished, because I've been
Oh,
catfished.
oh yeah, the catfish thing. Yeah, they set up the filter thing. The the was it TikTok or whatever? The filters that they use, and you know, you got people thinking that you one thing and turn around.
Well, I just noticed. So I used to think that only women did headshots when they were bigger on the body.
Right, 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 right.
And I'm going to say, so the first few times I did online dating, I wasn't super serious.
All right.
I was saying, oh, maybe I'm going to go back to my previous relationship. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not ready.
Okay.
So I wasn't totally okay, with the whole online dating. So when I got serious last year, I was like, all right, I'm serious about this. I'm gonna
Hmm.
do it. I went
Okay.
on. I paid for Match.
Okay.
Um, I paid for Match, and the first person that I met was a guy. He was nice looking, but it was just like this, a headshot. That was it.
Okay. All right. Right.
Um, I was really meticulous about what I posted, my life, my pictures. I got full bodies, face, like everything.
Hmm.
Because I don't want you to choose me if I'm not appealing to you. Don't choose me. I'm okay with that. Um,
Exactly.
so I talked to him, and his resume was like awesome. His
Mm.
resume was awesome. We talked. The first day I talked to him, we went out to eat.
Okay.
We met at the office. And it actually went slow because of my work week and his work week. I met him like earlier in the week, but that Saturday we finally talked on the phone, and we was like, "Hey, we hit it off so well on the phone. All right, let's go." So we went to eat, and when he pulled up, I was just like, "You said average. You said your body shape was average." What happened here?
I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so what does that mean? What? He was
Not average. He was
not average.
some extra pound. He was fat.
Supersized. You
Yeah,
gotta say a little.
yeah.
Okay.
He
I
was
mean, but just more of them. More to
and
love.
hold
More to
on,
love.
but
More
I
to
get
love.
it because I'm not. I have no type. I'm gonna say I don't think I have
Okay.
a type.
Right.
But if you want to be a big boy, like I think I'm on the bigger side. You need some swag. You need to be mindful of what you put on, the way you dress, what you do, how you look, all of that.
Okay.
And
Fellas, listen. Swag. It's important. Women want
you
it. They need it. I mean,
I
obviously,
don't want you to look dumpy. Like, and that's me. I'm not speaking for anybody else, so no one
Okay.
take what I'm saying personal. I'm
All right.
speaking about what Avian likes, and
Okay.
I need you to have some sweat. You can't look dumpy and frumpy. Like, I don't think you would want me to look frumpy. I don't want you to look that way either. Um, but we went out. I still went to eat. We had great conversation. We went
Okay.
out again. I was like, all right, Avian, don't be so shallow. Because I call my brother Shallow Hal. He needs to be here too. Um, Shallow.
Yo, shout out to your brother.
That is Shallow Hal, okay?
Yeah. Salute. Yeah.
Every time I turn around, he in love. 2 weeks later,
Mm.
where'd she go? Oh man, I didn't like the way she walked, the way her knees bent. Bad.
Yeah, we need to have him over here too. Yeah.
I didn't like the way
Wow.
her knees bent when she walked. What? They
Oh,
bend. People's knees bend.
she had a
It's the
scuff
most,
on her sneakers.
yeah. It'd be the most superficial things ever.
Oh man.
I'm like, dude, but yeah, and then it's just like he was cool as a friend, but I didn't want to date him.
Okay.
Um, but I was really, and then he lied about his name. Okay, he misled me about his name, and
Mm.
all of that stuff just turned me off. Along with his size,
Okay.
do I think he's a wonderful guy for someone? Yes, not
Yes.
for me.
That's not for you. Okay.
Not for me.
So honesty. Obviously, honesty. How big is that for you?
Oh,
Because
that's top.
top. So what
Yeah.
would that be number one?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think those. Yeah, integrity
Attr-
is everything.
okay. So
So
the
yeah, honesty is
attraction,
attraction and
physical
honesty. Mhm.
attraction, honesty, integrity. What else is
Mhm.
important? Oh, as long as they have them,
It's in
is
my
having them.
profile. It's
Is,
in my profile.
what does it
Yes.
say? Okay, what does it say?
That it just says I'm a teeth
Teeth
person.
needed. Oh yeah, teeth
I'm a
needed.
teeth person.
Okay.
Like I see everybody's teeth. I see people's teeth I don't want to see. I see everybody's teeth. When I was
Okay.
young, I went through things about my teeth. I wasn't the best, and I'm like, I don't care about sharing these things. They're childhood
Right. Hmm.
woes, and I don't know. It was me and two of my other girlfriends. I don't know. We were maybe in the seventh grade, and we
Okay.
all were talking about things that we could improve upon on ourselves.
Right.
And when they got to me, they told me my teeth.
Hmm.
Um, that they weren't all the way clean. So that's a big thing for me now. Like from that
Okay.
moment, I appreciated them saying it. They weren't saying it to hurt my feelings. It was more to help.
Hmm.
And I need clean teeth. Like the mouth, it has the most germs over
Right.
everything. Is full of like so if you have plaque, tartar, any of those things, decay, that's more bacteria. Like I don't yeah, it's not
Okay.
becoming. So
Floss, everybody. Floss.
floss.
Flossing is important. Air picks or the water picks or the water pick.
Get on. Yo, water picks hurt.
So,
I had
so
one when I had braces.
You know
Oh,
what? Let me tell you, it's not superficial to say that appearance matters because that the attraction is the first thing that's going to
yes.
capture you.
Yep.
So let's be real. I mean, a lot of people say, "Oh, you care about this." Listen, realistically speaking, the attraction is what's going to get you in the door. You're going to see, even on I've never been on a dating site before, so I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I would assume that you swipe left and you swipe right, and then
Right.
you see
Yes.
what you
So you're
like and what
single,
have you.
Regan?
I'm not married.
Okay. So you're
Okay.
in a
Yeah.
relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, okay. So yeah, so you wouldn't be on a dating site. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be interested in that
I
though. I
wasn't
like,
interested. Guess
yeah,
what? I
right.
was not interested at
Hmm.
all. At
Right.
all. At all. I
Okay.
wasn't I had no interest. It was creepy to me.
Hmm.
Um, I will tell you, I've always been in a relationship and I've met people in mutual settings. So college,
Right. Right.
people
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
dated in college, mutual setting. Um,
Hmm.
my kid's dad, I met him
Hmm.
in a he was my real estate agent. So it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
right, it was a
Yeah.
mutual
All right.
setting. It
Okay.
was so I never really had to date. So this is
Right.
it's actually pretty helpful to me because
Hmm.
it's helping me with rejection or
Hmm.
um things not working out.
See, if
Um
you were a man, you're an expert at rejection. We get rejected all the time. We're experts.
when
We
when well
when
see that's because I think men take
when
the leap. Men take that initial leap. We
we
don't take
men
the
get
leap.
men get
Well,
rejected 10 times a day.
I don't take the leap. I'll never take the leap. Like I gotta see interest.
Would would you try to take the leap?
I don't know. I think I did once, one time, but
And how it work?
um, I'm still cool with the person.
Then that's a
Yeah,
plus.
I'm still cool with them, but
That's
wasn't too interested in some of the things.
but that's okay. But that's a plus. I think
Yeah.
I see that as a plus because you took a leap.
Mhm.
You're friends at least.
Yeah, we're friends.
You know,
I still
I don't.
communicate.
You communicate with friends. I think that was a positive. So taking a leap is not a bad thing.
It's not.
It's a different thing.
It's different.
It's
It's
different.
different.
There's nothing wrong with being. Listen, they say if you want something, better go get it.
They do.
They
They
do.
do. Whoever they are.
Well, I don't know who they are, but they said it. They live
They
across
said it.
town. You know those folks across town.
Them over there.
But anyway, so let me ask you
and
a question.
and nails and hands, guys, like for real.
Hands. Okay, tell me about the hands. Like
I
nail.
don't
I get
want
the nails. I get the nails. Clip your nails.
hold
But
on.
what is it about the hands?
Don't have monkey knuckles.
They'll have some people born with monkey knuckles. You can't do anything.
No, I'm talking about I don't want
Yeah.
your hands looking like you just been throwing boulders and rocks. Like take some time and
Manicures. Was it yeah, manicures? Yes,
manicures.
yeah.
There's scrubs for your hands. Like your hands do not have to be rough. Like it doesn't.
Listen, I'm
Uh,
just gonna listen. I'm gonna have
my
to
daddy was a hard worker, and his hands
hmm
were beautiful. So
really.
I didn't even know it was it was normal to me. Till my girlfriends
Well,
were like, "Oh my God, your father got some nice hands." Why are you looking at my daddy's hands?
yeah, I know, right?
Right.
Get out of here, man. Get off, get out of here.
Hey, why are you
You know
looking at my
what?
daddy's hands?
I need to get some pointers because I spend a lot of when I saw you the other day. I'm coming from the gym. Spend a lot of time in my life gym. I'm a gym rat,
Hmm.
and as a gym rat, our hands aren't great. And
But you
I,
can
I
keep your
mean,
nails right, and guess what? It might be
or,
understood that you have a callus or two on
or
your
three,
hands. Or
4 or 5,
right, but
6,
I'm
10,
saying but
12.
there's
Yeah,
gloves. They do make gloves to lift
they
weights.
go through the gloves. They go through the
Okay,
gloves. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna kind of say I agree because when I was heavy working out heavy, I did
Mhm.
have a couple of calluses and I still
Through
wore
the
gloves.
gloves. Through
But
the gloves.
it's your whole hand don't have to feel like a cinder block. Like, be like, you rubbing my skin or
Hold on,
scratching my skin?
let me
I just
write
need to
that
know.
down. Whole hand doesn't have to feel like cinder blocks. Okay, I got that. Listen, man. All right, duly noted. Duly noted. So let me ask you a question. So, from what I understand, as far as the dating apps are concerned, there's somewhat of a difference between the paid dating apps and the free.
Hmm.
And from what I understand, like the
I do
paid,
both.
yeah, yeah, you agree or no?
I said I'm doing both,
So, is
but
there
go
a
ahead.
difference? Is there a
That's
difference? Because I hear
difference.
that the dating apps that are paid are more serious. The individuals are more serious. They're looking for quote unquote real connections, as opposed to the free ones where it's a free for all. Everybody's on, and they tend to be looked more for a hookup as opposed to true love. I don't know. That could be just some broad statement. I don't know, but that's what
I
I
guess
hear, and
it
I don't know if that's true.
depends. So I'm pretty open. I'm a pretty open book. I do
Hmm.
Match. So Match you have to pay for.
Okay.
So I pay for Match, and
Hmm.
I'm like, although people who don't pay can still set up an account, but I
Really?
don't even. I have no interest in somebody like that because they can't answer, they can't respond. It's
Okay. They just
silly.
lurking.
They're lurking, or they have an option where you can pay for people to be able to respond to you. I'm not doing
Or
that.
cheap. A cheap lurk.
Right, right.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like I see a lot of interesting people. I also do
Okay.
Facebook dating. Facebook dating is much more broad, there's,
Is that
but
free?
yes, it's free.
Okay.
Hmm.
All
So if
right.
you ever see on the top bar, there's a little heart there. You click the heart. It's everything is there. Um,
Hmm.
but you have options. So it goes from, and it'll show on the top in your profile. Are you looking for casual, something casual, a friendship, long term, and you can put those options up. So now I know, or what we might be looking for ahead of time.
So when that casual, what does casual mean? Casual means just friends or
I have no clue because I'm not looking for
okay.
anything casual. I mean, that's what I'm
Absolutely.
thinking.
Right.
Maybe like
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
friend side,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Side
mean,
piece. Yeah.
some not necessarily, but I have ran across somebody a profile, and it was a
Mm.
man, a guy, and a woman, and they were looking for another woman to
Oh.
join them.
No.
But
Oh.
he put everything out there, so it's
Mm.
not like you were there and trying to assume
Right. 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 He put
what's
it. I mean,
going
he was
on.
honest.
It was
Honest.
honest.
Listen. I
And
respect that
he
honesty.
said we would like to meet the person, whatever. We. Everything was we. So,
Mm.
I guess that's to each
Okay.
his own,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can't
All
share.
right.
That's not me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, uh,
Not
at
gonna
my
happen.
age, I wouldn't, maybe if as a young buck, maybe I've been all over that, but my age, listen, man, I got aches and pains. I can't be trying to deal with two people. Like,
Right.
hold on,
You
I gotta
pushing 50.
stretch.
I got a Charlie horse. Hold up. Rub right there. All
Like,
right.
wait a minute. Oh, okay, time it. Nah, but you know what? I'm just saying, I, it bothers me because I was talking to somebody and they were
Hey,
saying
Rashawn.
they went, what's up, bro? So I'm
Rashawn.
talking to, oh, what's up? And it's crazy because she's like, hey, I go on, I'm planning a date, not even on my way on a date. I'm planning a date. I'm on the phone with this guy, and he was in his 50, and maybe at 50, 51 years old. So you expect more from him, but obviously not. So they're talking on the phone and they're planning a date. And out of nowhere, she says that this guy just blurted out about whether her pubes were shaved or not. Now, at no point prior to this did anything lead him to believe that that would have been an appropriate matter to bring up at the time.
Right.
Didn't stop him, brought it up. Needless to say, they never went on that dinner date,
Date. Hmm.
And then she mentioned, she said, funny, because if he would have played his cards right, he could have found out on his own.
Right.
Fellas, don't be stupid.
Don't be presumptuous either.
Yeah, yeah. But listen, I mean, and
I
that's the
just,
whole thing. Everybody wants everything now. I think that's part of the problem. They want now, like immediate. Listen, patience. I mean, and he's 50 some years old, so you would think that he would have developed patience. He grew up in an era where patience was necessary, and somehow, I don't know.
I met
I don't
another
know.
guy. We had good conversation. So the text
Hmm.
message, the messaging was pretty good.
Right.
So I gave him my number, or
Okay.
either way, we exchanged numbers.
Right.
The conversation was pretty good,
Hmm.
and he kept saying, well, we need to meet up real quick. And I'm
Hmm.
like, okay, I heard real quick, and I was okay with real quick.
Hmm.
Um, he was like, yeah, so we could just see each other. And so I'm like, okay. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, Starbucks, something
Right.
quick,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
not
Yeah.
not a meal, not a somewhere where you feel stuck. This
Right.
joker said, let's meet at the parking lot of the Rite Aid.
He's gonna bring you some gum. What? He's gonna bring you what?
Sir, we're
Aspirin?
not meeting. I'm not meeting at
Right.
nobody's parking lot. Okay?
Right.
I was like,
Exactly.
yeah, I'm not doing that. He was like, I just, just so we can meet real quick. I said, I get the real quick. We can meet at Starbucks. We can, somewhere for coffee. We can meet at the diner, at the
Right.
stools of the
Right. Right.
diner.
Right.
I don't
Right.
care, but I'm not meeting you in the parking lot. Like, so I already knew that was strike one. So we met at Starbucks.
Okay.
And we were actually at Starbucks for about 2 hours. It was cool. And, I said something about it. And I was like, yeah, I just met you. I'm not meeting you in the parking lot. Like if we've been
Right. Right.
together, I'll meet you in the parking lot.
Right. Right.
But we just met. Like so,
Right.
then he started. He said, "All right, well, after that, he says, okay, now we can go on a real date. What's your favorite restaurant?" Which I had no problem with because my brother Chris,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, he meets people for coffee.
Mm-hmm.
When he does his online dating, he meets people for
Okay.
coffee because
Mm-hmm.
he and I get what he says. Why would you go to dinner with someone and you get to that table and you're stuck because
Right.
you don't like them or y'all not clicking
Right.
and you stuck here at the table with them and you don't want to get all awkward and weird. So if you meet for coffee, okay,
Quick. Quick.
it's
Yeah.
quick. If we
Yeah. I
sit
get
down
it.
and talk for a while, we talk. If we don't, we don't. So I'm cool with coffee.
Right.
Um, so he asked me what my favorite restaurant is. And I said, I don't have a favorite, but I've been frequenting Ruth Chris.
Okay.
He was like, I don't know if I heard of that.
You don't want to hear
I,
it.
either he never heard of it or he didn't want to
Right.
hear of it.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But with listening to some of his conversation about his ex, et cetera, I'm like, maybe he didn't hear of it. So then I said, I don't like, and then I was like, I don't really like legal. And he was like, legal. I'm like,
Oh
legal
wow.
seafood. He was
Wow.
like, oh. I was like, but I do like seafood, but I don't like legal. He's like, oh, okay. Hey, G.
Mm-hmm.
And so from there, he says, oh, well, I like seafood too. How about, those places that make like the crab boil and the shrimp and stuff like that? It's 1 on 1 and 9. I'm like, who's going there?
A
Not
takeout
me.
place, essentially. I'm assuming that's a
No, it's
takeout place.
like the crab flame, not flaming crab, like I guess flaming crab and hook and reel, like a hook and
Okay,
reel
okay,
type
okay.
of
Right, right,
place.
right, right. Okay.
But that is first thing that jumps in my mind is that shit is so messy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not doing that on a first
Mm-hmm.
date. Like
Right.
cracking crab legs.
I
I'm
know.
not
Looking
doing.
awkward as hell.
Yes,
Juice
I'm not.
popping in your face.
Right. I'm not doing that on a first date. Like I'm not
Right, right,
doing that. I'm not doing
right. I
that.
get it. I get it.
And no, and that was like it was such a turn off. I don't think I even talked to him anymore after that. Like I was done.
Oh,
I was
see,
done.
fellas, listen.
I was done.
I, I'm just gonna put this out there, and most of us know because, especially my friends, we understand. The objective is to try to make a good impression. You want to make a good first impression because you only get that one opportunity to make a first impression.
Yes, you
Because
do.
if you make a bad impression, if they give you a second chance, they're just trying to get that first impression out of their mind. And that first impression is so ingrained. They're like, I remember when you brought me to the CVS.
Right.
And it's hard to get that out of your mind. So if you make the first impression, it goes a long way. And they look forward to the second day. Am I lying? I mean, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because I
Okay,
told you
okay,
with the first guy, although I didn't like him, we went out to eat like 3 times. He
okay.
was he was nice to be with and listen to.
Yeah.
He had intelligent conversation.
Hmm.
It wasn't BS. It wasn't a bunch of BS, and it was cool. Like
Okay.
if I liked his type,
Let me
I
ask
probably
you a
would be with him.
question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. His type, could that be changed? I mean, like just a little minor adjustment. Like,
So so
you
he
know,
kept
just
talking about he was going to the gym. I think he knew.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
about to be working out. I'm about to. I used
The
to
gym
play
can go along.
football. You wasn't a running back, dude.
You need defensive tackles too. You need a guard. Somebody got to block.
Shoot.
I'm just
I
saying.
mean, and
Yo.
again, I'm not particular to a certain build or type. I mean, 'cause I thought about football. Like I used to date Mark Eason, and
Mm,
he's not skinny.
right,
He's
right,
not,
right.
so
Hmm.
I don't have a
Right.
type.
That's not that type.
That's not that type.
You
And,
have a type. I know. I know what I like, and I know what I don't like.
don't like. Right.
Okay, I get that. That's dope. I mean, that's important. You need to know because some people don't know. Honestly, they just don't know. They just up in the air, like whatever. And
Yeah, and
then,
I just feel like he
you,
was too big. Ugh. He was on my middle console. Oh, it's too much.
oh man, you
My
said he was
phone.
in the middle console.
Yes, we were. I took him out for his birthday.
Oh,
For
oh,
brunch, and my phone. I got one of those cup phones things,
mm,
and my phone was sitting there. It's supposed to be facing me this way. My
right,
phone
right,
was my phone was twisted around because his leg was
right.
like. I'm like, that's not appealing either. I need you to move. Thank you.
All right. So you said the swag. So what was he missing in regard to the swag? You say he didn't have
I
swag.
think I
What
just didn't like little
describe that
things.
to the
Period.
gentleman?
I
Hmm?
just I just think I didn't like little things. Period about him.
Okay, and everything was a turn off going from there.
Yeah, and it just was a
Okay.
turn off. But as
Hmm.
far as swag, the way you dress, dress
Hmm.
nice. Care about your appearance. Like some people
Hmm.
care. You don't have to walk around looking like who done it, and it's okay. And I've gotten dressed to,
Right, right.
and you look like okay. Where'd you get
Yeah, and
that?
I again that goes back to making a good impression the first time. Especially if you're going out, you want to make a good impression. So if you're a bigger guy, wear clothes that compliment you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just wear clothes that compliment you. If
And
you're a
that goes for
skinny guy,
any person.
yeah, wear
Right.
things that
Skinny,
compliment
fat.
you.
Like
Right.
you have to wear
Anything.
stuff that compliments you.
Yeah, that works for
Period.
you. Yeah, for anybody, man, woman, child, you wanna make that impression. You want to go on that first date. You want to be as appealing as possible because more often than not, you're going out with a stranger, or if
Exactly.
not a stranger, someone that you met briefly in some exchange or something like to that extent. You want to make a first positive impression. I would assume male and female. Because I've gone out on dates where, and this is years ago, because but I've been going on dates where it's a little too revealing. You know what I'm saying? The first
Mm-hmm.
time, it's like, listen, leave something to the imagination.
Nation. Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, what are you trying to put out there? Like, what signals? Now you start thinking it could have been zero signals, no signal
Right.
at all. But in your mind, you're thinking, well, there's type of signal, and you don't want it. You just want it to be less complicated as possible.
Right.
And you don't
Right.
want things running through your mind. So I again, it's all about making that first impression and having something to say on the date, having discussions that don't involve you. doesn't involve sex, doesn't involve religion, just involves getting to know the other. You know what I'm saying? Get to know the other person. Tell me about you. What do you like? You know, because you're
Well,
trying to
some people
find
don't
out. You know
know
what you are. You can't tell them about you. You know, I did this, I did it. You already know that. You're trying to find out about the
about
other
the other
person.
person.
You know, and I think that narcissism kicks in. Maybe it's nervous energy.
Some of it
It
could
could
be
be.
nervous and
It could
nervous
be nervous
energy.
energy. I
Um,
mean, that's complicated. You know, you're just a stranger. I mean, I can understand why you get nervous around a stranger. So I get
but
that.
I've come to the point where, I went through a lot in my relationship, and
Mm,
I just feel like I'm going to be me.
right.
Take it or
Hmm.
leave it. I'm going to be the
Facts.
best me I can be. And if you don't like it, I'm okay with that. I don't
Right.
want you don't have to fake like you like it. I'm me. I'm gonna do the things that I do. I like to have fun. I like to go out with my friends.
Hmm.
I like to chill with you. I
Hmm.
like to do a lot. I just want to be me. I want to be comfortable in my skin. Um, and I was in positions where I was not comfortable in my being myself,
Right.
So
Right.
I'm never gonna go through that again. I'm gonna be me, and you can take it or leave it. And again, I'm
Nor
okay with that.
should you. Nor should you. I mean, and you go into a relationship, you want the person to be them because now you know, do I like what's in front of me? Because what's in front of me is going to be consistent throughout the duration. So if
Hmm.
I don't like what I see now, I know this person is going to be this person down the line. And if I
Crunch.
can accept that, facts. But if I like what I see because you're being your organic self, then I know this is someone that I can continue this journey with because they're being their authentic self.
Self. Yes.
And that's what you're looking for. So, I mean, and that's good, bad, or indifferent because everybody's not for everybody.
No, they're
You know,
not. And I
you
and
know,
I understood that, and I honestly believe that um, the online dating brought me there, to that point, like I said, of acceptance. Everybody's not for me. I'm not for
right,
everybody.
right.
And if we're friends, we're friends. I don't have to marry you. We could develop a good relationship out of it.
Hmm. Right. I see. I mean, I've had friends who've had very positive experiences of online dating. I've had friends who have
Me
had
too.
negative experiences off online dating. I know people who've been married,
Yes, my
you know,
my my
online.
stepbrother got married.
Hmm.
Met a woman and got married. I was on Plenty of Fish, and also my stepsister. She's about to get married to the guy. She met him on Plenty of Fish.
See, listen. So that's online dating.
Yes, I know plenty of people. I mean, yeah.
So I mean, I'm not, I don't want to like that I'm bam. I'm just asking questions because I'm far
No,
from
no
an expert
problem.
on it. I'm just curious about the process. So as far as sorry about that. As far as dating people in person and meeting people, has that changed over the years? Like, do you think that the process has changed from when we were younger, how we would meet someone and approach someone and have discussions and maybe let it advance or what have you? Has that process changed over the years since, we've gotten a little older,
So I
or
want
is
to say
it
that
pretty
might be
similar?
hard for me to answer because um, everyone that I dated up until this point was a pretty mutual setting. In high school,
Right,
the
right.
guy I dated in high school, we used to be in the hall cutting class together. So,
Okay.
and we started talking from there. You know,
Right.
um, I don't even know how I dated the other guy from high school. I don't even remember how we dated. But then from there, it was college.
Hmm.
Always something mutual.
Right.
I used to braid one person's hair. We developed a relationship from there.
Hmm.
Um, the other dude, I think I liked him, but I think one of my girlfriends said something to him for me. I
Hmm.
never said anything,
Okay.
and we went from there. And when I first got to college, the first guy pursued me. So
Right.
It was so it
And
was
you've had these
never.
long-term
Yeah, and
relationships.
my
So,
last one was like 25 years,
oh
and
wow.
yeah,
Mm,
and he was. I told you he was my real estate agent, so
mm,
um, it was very. I never really had to date like that. I
yeah.
mean, I've met a few people over the past year or so,
Mm-hmm.
um, or gotten to know people, and but at least one of them, some of them I knew already, just saw them in
Right.
passing,
Mm,
and I reached out. So I did. I reached out to the one and on my own, and let me see. After that, I've met people just in the streets, but just because we're always in the same place. So I've never really had to just like, I don't know.
and you know what? That's not an uncommon story. I mean, because I think the majority of us meet people through mutual friends or mutual settings and so forth. Um, and I think back for myself, I mean, I have met strangers,
Mhm.
um, and went on to have a relationship. But for the most part, it's been in mutual settings, whether it's a friend of a friend or somebody I went to school with or someone um I'm trying to think in clubs when we were young. Well, when I was younger, I used to meet a lot of people in clubs. I used to say you better meet clubs. I used to meet a lot of people in the clubs, and I think back and I was thinking one day I was like, wow, I met a lot of people in like dance settings or club settings when I was younger, and I I would say a good 30%, 45% of them were in that setting. But I don't do that setting much. So and if in years I haven't done that setting. So I can't really speak on that, but I've met a lot of people in those type of social settings. So I can't say that your story is any different because, um, I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm similar. I'm similar in that regard. So I don't know. That's why I'm asking the question because I don't really know myself. And I'm just curious, like, has that process changed?
I don't
Or
know.
is it
Well,
more the same?
what I'm gonna say, what I feel is that instant gratification is big.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
some of the guys that I've met recently, dated is rougher. Thank you, thank you, Crunch. It is rougher. Um, they are
Facts.
looking for instant gratification.
Right.
Uh, they're looking for instant sex. You got the wrong person. Sorry. You know,
Right. Right.
I
Right.
need to know if I like you. I need to figure that out. I mean,
Hmm.
I know that there might be an initial attraction, and sometimes it's not even a total attraction. It's oh, okay. I never really paid attention to this person, but let me pay attention. It wasn't that I
Chemistry.
wasn't
That's
attracted
some
to
level of
them.
chemistry.
Yeah, and I'll pay attention, but then a lot of them look. We not dating every Friday when I see you at the bar, like,
Yeah.
and then I don't talk to you all week, and then I see you at the bar again, and you act like we back in the like,
Yeah. We
yeah,
just we got a 1 day relationship.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird to me. That's super
Mm,
weird. That's something I've been seeing lately,
okay.
and I don't know. I just want what I want. I need to, like, let's go out. Let's do something. Your house is not a date. Like, I'm not doing that.
So let me ask you: is there an age requirement? Is there an age that's too old? Is there an age that's too young? Are you willing, or do you find other women willing to go outside of their comfort zone in regards to age?
Okay, so
Do you have a hard boundary on that?
my range that I choose online is 45 to 55.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
45 to 55. Okay.
yeah, that's the range that I choose. I don't. know if I want, and it's not set in stone because I could possibly meet somebody that's 40 that's, you know, in my line of sight. I could meet someone that's
Right.
57 in my line of sight, but that's the arena that I choose because I feel like maybe somebody a little older than that is um, too far gone.
Like if I got aches and pains at my age, I know
Right.
what you
I'm
do.
like, I don't know what kind of aches and pains you got. I'm trying to handle mine. Okay.
Oh yeah, for real.
We can't both be rolling down the street. Like, I don't
I
know.
know.
No, I
Somebody got
mean,
to be a designated pusher
right,
in the
right.
wheelchair.
And
Yeah.
then I feel like some of them, if you go too young, they're not ready, you know.
Okay.
So I don't know, but some people are. I mean, I can't. Again, my span of dating is not very long.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
and as of right now, like I'm to the point for real. This is how I
Mm-hmm.
am. I meet.
Right.
Okay, I see. Oh, okay. Regan's nice. Swipe right. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Regan sees that I swipe right on him. Regan sends me a message. Hey, beautiful, like your picture, blah, blah, blah. How's everything? Everything's good. How are you? I'm well. What you doing today? I'm working, blah, 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 blah. Boom. This is me. Here's my number. Call me. Let's talk. Cause I need to talk to you. Cause I'm over it. We did this part. Let's speed that up. I want instant gratification with getting to the phone because I'm
Right.
connected to voices. Okay.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
and one guy, we had a good text conversation, message conversation, and he got
Mm-hmm.
on the phone, and I was like, I'm gonna call you back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof.
I was like, wow.
So what happened? Like what was wrong with the verbal
The
aspect of
voice,
your
the
communication? Is
again, I'm gonna start sounding real shallow.
I couldn't say nothing.
But
I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. I said nothing. I said nothing. I didn't just listen. No
but
judgment.
but
No
I still
judgment.
need to, and it's not shallow because I need to be attracted to this voice. This is a voice I need to listen to for the rest of my life. No, I can't do it. So just the voice was just not for me,
Okay.
and that was good right there. I need to
But
do.
you obviously the physical aspect of what you saw when you swiped right, you liked.
Yeah,
But okay.
actually, it was okay. This
It was
particular
okay.
person was
Okay.
okay. It was decent. Like I'm learning to not be so super critical because sometimes the pictures
Hmm.
might paint you in a bad light, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I try to put as many pictures as I can. I have face shots,
Hmm.
full body, like I have everything because I want
Right,
you to see me. This is me, you know.
right. I listen. I think I think the full disclosure aspect is important. You have to have the full disclosure, and I think that voice aspect is part of that full disclosure. So you need to hear that. You need the connection, and then the next step would be meeting them, and then seeing if they chew with their mouth open or whatever other
Right.
connection that you're looking for. Whatever. What's up, Empress? How you doing? Hello, Miss. How are you? But I think this is something, this may be a little taboo. This is something that I'm asking. I'm just curious. So, does race matter?
For me, yes. I
Race
thought it.
matters.
I was trying to not make it matter,
Hmm.
but it matters.
But it matters. So, you prefer African American or
Exactly.
black? Just
Mm-hmm.
black. African American, what is it?
Bliggity,
They need to be
bliggity,
black.
bliggity.
Yeah. Want to be black, y'all.
Right.
Black, y'all. Okay.
Bliggity,
Because
bliggity, bliggity.
it,
And I've even looked like to me, a white guy has to have so much swag again that he makes me think he's black, and I can't see that
to
he's
make
white.
up for the lack of melanin.
Yeah. Because
I
I've
feel
seen
you.
guys like that. I've seen
Hmm.
white guys like that, but
Hmm.
for the most part, it just doesn't. It doesn't do it for me. Like
Hmm.
it doesn't. I just can't. I can't. It's like I can't. I'm like, what is wrong with you? No, no, no. We done.
Again, it goes back to what you're attracted to and what you're comfortable with. You know, I mean, sometimes you're just more comfortable with, but a lot of people are going outside of
A
their
lot of
race
people
to find
are.
love, so to speak, especially when they get older. And the black males are notorious for doing that. They
Well, the more I
they do.
watch
Mm-hmm.
TV, the more I watch the news anchors.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of the black news anchors are married to white men. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I never knew that. I never.
Women, a lot of women in high places, i.e., our vice president,
Yeah.
i.e., Katanji.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the news anchors, you look them up. Yep.
Yeah, I need to know. I know
Mhm.
about our athletes.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, I've never really. I I'll be honest. Um, I've never dated
Mhm.
outside of my race.
All right. I've never
So,
either.
I've never, I've had friendships and so forth, but I've never had like someone else that this is my girlfriend or this is my fiance or what have you. I've never, I never done. Not saying I'm opposed to it. It's just never occurred, and I've just the
Yeah.
people that I've been drawn to, for the most part, have been African
Black.
American. But
Mhm.
I'm not opposed because I mean,
I don't know if I'm
it's about liking
opposed.
someone.
I don't know. I don't know that I'm opposed.
Hmm.
If it happens, it'll probably just happen. But
Right.
am I seeking? Probably not. Yeah.
Okay. Honesty. That's
Yeah.
all that.
I don't. I don't. I'm not seeking it. But if it happens, that's it. Just happens.
And you're looking for love at the end of the day, or a connection. So if that
Right.
connection is an Asian or Indian or a white person,
You're
or
making me
just say
cringe.
it.
No lie. Like, okay,
Oh
what are
man,
we talking
it
about?
gotta be open. People are people. At the end of
Yeah,
the
they
day,
are.
we're all people. We're all people. Good hearts. That's what you. I guess that's what we're looking for. Looking for someone with a good heart.
With
And
a
there's a
good
lot of
heart.
people with black, dark hearts and just miserable people out there.
Hmm.
And those are the people that we're trying to avoid. And
Miserable,
and there's somebody
narcissist.
for them too. I don't know who, but there's somebody
There's
for
somebody.
miserable, awful human beings as well. You know.
Another miserable, awful person. I don't
You
know.
know. Her name is Melania. Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious.
But I'm just saying, but at the end of the day, I'm on my little journey. I don't even know why. And I have a partner and she does this as well with me. And we're just trying to figure out like how can we improve this whole thing? Because it's rotten. I mean, I talk to men and most of the men that I talk to, most of my friends right now are
Hmm.
either married or divorced. One of the two. This is, it is what it is. And I talk to them, and I have a friend who's dating, and he's recently divorced, and he dates constantly. Whether the lady's taken or not, he dates. You know, and that's the scene that it's like that's more complicated to me. I just think that
And
it's I think that makes things more complicated.
and I find that the guys that I click with and we communicate and talk, jokers are married.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, you're married. This is going nowhere. Like,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't do that. That's not my thing. I would
Mm-mm.
never want anybody to do that to me. So I'll
Right.
be damned if I do that to someone else.
Yeah,
So
respect. Yeah,
that's
respect.
out
Yeah.
in the world. So
Hmm.
anybody, I come up on your in your anything, it's
Hmm.
absolutely nothing because I don't do that.
See, they practice
Um,
all those communication skills on their wife, and by the time they
right.
get to you, they're experts. You're
They
like, wow, you've
experts.
honed your skills. Wow.
Right. But
You know?
they I'm going to say these married men
Mm,
are looking for a side chick. Like, no.
yeah. Married women looking for them too. Trust me, because I know folks who that's all they mess with is married women. It's all it's all they do. And then their little escapades are with married women.
Wow.
So these women are out here too. They're just more discreet, more
Mm-hmm.
careful in how they go about doing what they do. But
Yeah,
they
men
out
is
here doing the
reckless.
exact same thing that these males are doing.
They're
They're just
reckless.
smarter. They're
They're
just
reckless.
smarter. I mean, and it's sad, like what maybe I'm call me old school or whatever. Say what you want. But I believe in that whole marriage thing. If you're married, you're trying to make it work. And if it doesn't work,
Right.
unfortunate and what have you. But while you're in that marriage,
You should be in the marriage.
absolutely, you all in 100%. Just that's why you get married. That's why you take those vows. That's why you're lying to yourself and you're lying to the person that you're with. What's the purpose? You don't have to marry this individual. Don't.
Not at
I mean,
all.
you don't have to marry him, but I'm like that. I believe in the marriage thing. So, but like I said, I know a lot of dudes. That's all they mess with because they don't have to worry about the stress because she's not gonna be calling them. She's not gonna be popping up at his house. All those things that
They might.
they could if
Right. They could. They
if
might.
if you if but they're assuming that that's not going to happen because
Happen.
this
Hmm.
woman has a husband and they're assuming that it's not going to happen, and that's why they mess with these married women, and these women are out here they making time for these gentlemen and they doing what they need to do, but it's happening. I mean, and I would have to talk to them and just like sit down. I know why the guys are doing it, but I would love to know why the women are
Why the
doing it.
women are doing it.
And no judgment, no judgment. I don't know what's going on in that household, but I would just like to ask and say, like, let's sit down. I'll put a black
I mean,
screen up on here.
if I could speculate,
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say they're doing it because their husbands are probably cheating and doing other stuff, and they've gotten to that
Mm-hmm.
point where whatever, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Which you could just go and get a divorce, but maybe
Mm-hmm.
they don't want it. Maybe there's some type of security of being there, that they're there. So
Cheating is destructive. I see somebody. Yeah, you're right. Cheating is destructive. And shout out to you,
that's
author
Crunch. That's my
James.
friend.
Okay.
James Rodman. He's an author.
Uh,
He wrote a book. He's
Shout out
single.
to James. Shout out to
Hmm.
James. Salute, James. Yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, I hear things, and I don't like to base on. I like to hear firsthand. Like, listen, I sit her down and say, talk to me, talk to me. I'm no judgment here. I'm not going to pass any judgment, but I just curious. So, what is it that brings you to this point exactly? And it could be this man is cheating and he's been cheating the whole time, or it could be that this gentleman is not giving her enough attention, or it could be just she's reckless and she's not
She reckless.
satisfied.
Right.
Yeah, it's like what is it about your marriage that has you going left? And I'm just curious. I mean, I because I hear from guys. Sometimes guys, the answer is easy. Yo, man, she had a fat butt. That's simple.
That's very simple.
That's the simple. That's simple. Okay.
But
Like,
it's still
and
more
then,
than that because if you're married,
yeah,
that was it.
you,
That's what
that
made you
was it.
step. That's what made you step outside of your marriage. That was it.
Uh, Listen, from when I'm hearing or talk to dudes, it doesn't take much. And I've listened. I talked to some of my African people, some of my Nigerians, and some of them think that I've had one guy, a guy that I work with. He's essentially told me, he's like, listen, this is what we do. It's almost expected that we step out on our wives. And I was like, wow, wow. I was like, I mean, he said, this is Nigerian culture. This is what we do.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, wow. I'm like, did she know this? And do you have very good health insurance? Because
You need it because you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
because you listen,
Long term
and
care insurance.
oh man, whew, hey, rehab, chiropractors, like yeah, these women ain't playing. But honestly, all jokes aside, basically, like this is within the culture. This is what we do. We step out on our wives. I mean, and it's almost expected. And it just is. I'm like, okay, obviously, I'm not Nigerian, but I just said, wow, this is coming from Nigerians, and I've heard this from other Nigerians as well. And it just said, this is what we do. I said, oh, okay,
No,
all right.
I'm not okay with that. I need to be first. I need to be number one. Sorry, that's where I need to be. I can't do two. I can't do third. I can't do
And
anything else outside of that. I can't do it. And if you can't respect me enough, yeah, I don't. I can't. I
nor
can't.
should you. I know, no, should you. Nobody should be, subject themselves to that. Why should you? That's emotional abuse. It's emotional abuse essentially because you go to that step to get married. You put everything into that marriage, and then somebody's doing whatever, and then they just violating you in all type of ways. And a lot of times when that person is violated, that person's not the same no more. So the next person
And
that
you're
comes
right.
in the picture,
You're
you
right.
mess with a scarred individual now,
You're
and
right.
yeah,
But I don't
okay.
think, but I think I worked on myself for a very long time. I spent a lot of time working for myself. Um, my
And that's called
relationship was
emotional intelligence.
yeah, thank you. My
Right,
relationship was very bad for a long time.
right, right.
Um, Full of cheating, lies,
Mm,
deceit.
okay.
Um, and I decided that I wanted better for myself.
Hmm.
And so I just started working on me. I mean, maybe to the outside, to the onlooker, it might not look like I was making changes, but they were baby steps of changes.
Hmm.
Um, and I made those changes to the point where it got to he thought that I was cheating all day, and I was doing nothing, just setting my boundaries. And he was so insecure. This is the same person who didn't give a damn, who I said, "Oh, I'm leaving," and he told me, "Let me know when my time is up."
Mm,
That's those were the exact words. Let
mm.
me know when my time is up. So when you come from "let me know when my time is up" to now, you stalking my phone, you stalking my phone, calling me. You want to know everywhere I go. You want to go everywhere I go. Like, you got a question about everybody who says hello to me, up and including when we saw you. I got questions about that.
Oh wow.
But this is how
Wow.
insecure a person had become because of all the destructive behavior that they displayed.
Guilty conscience, is torture on you. You have a guilty conscience, everything seems like, it's payback. It's,
But I'm not a payback person.
mm,
Um, I don't regret anything that I did in my relationship because the things that I did them because I wanted to do them. I did them because I felt like I was making, um, building up my partner, helping to make them a better person, helping
right.
them when they were down.
Right.
Um, so I don't regret anything that I did, at all.
Mm,
I mean, I know better. I can do better. Uh, I'm not certain things I'm not gonna do now,
right.
but I have no regrets.
It's good. I mean, it should you. It's easier said than done to say no regrets because we can look at a lot of things that we do in life and like, I could have did this better, I could have did that better. But reality is you can't really change it. So regrets don't really help you. So that's probably the most positive outlook you can have is no regrets because you can't do anything about it. So if you can't do anything about it, and that's just a level of maturity that that we get when we develop as we get older. So respect.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I mean, listen, I'm just, it's the truth. It's the truth.
Look,
I
I
mean,
told you, I'm an open book. Ask away. I don't care. If it's something that I really don't want to answer, I'm gonna tell you I don't want to answer it. But
all right, and
for
I
the most
respect
part, I
that.
don't care.
I'm just trying to just have this open dialogue. I mean, hopefully, like, we have a few people that came on and offered and good conversation. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. We had people come on, but I'm going to share this, and then other people. I mean, it's going to get even more views once I share it, and I want people to just take something from our conversations, our dialogue, and say, listen, I can relate to Avian because what she says speaks to me. And that's I could do that too, and you're a successful business owner. I mean, hey, shout out to anybody need their hair done.
Really?
Check out Avian. She will hook you up. If your wig piece not tight, you talk to Avian. She will get you straight.
Do my
You'll
best.
get the, hey, listen, man. Avian, what's the address to your spot?
Okay, that is 102 Harrison Avenue in West Orange. It's Mainstream Beauty Bar, and Main like hair, not Main like street. Um, and we are on IG and Facebook at mainstreambeautybar.com. I mean, at Mainstream Beauty Bar is IG and Facebook.
You got it. Listen.
Unfortunately, don't want your hair done for tomorrow because I'm closed and I'm booked out about 2 months
Oh,
at a time.
like I told you guys, yo, she's legitimate. Hey, check out her IG page. You're gonna see some transformations up there. I remember one time I commented on somebody's page and they was like, "What? You thought I was busted before?" So I'm just saying, Avian did wonders. She a magician, a
That's what
wizard.
I've been told. I was a magician. I
Yeah.
don't,
Listen, man.
look,
It was no disrespect to the
I
lady.
just
I'm
work
just
with the
saying.
canvas that I'm given. That's all.
Hey, listen,
I
man.
do the
I,
best
I
I
was I
can.
was I was giving a compliment to the artist, and the lady was like, "Hey," I'm just saying, she did some magic over there. She did wand for moves. I was like, "Damn, you the
Whew.
same person?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Check,
Yeah.
like I
It
said,
happens.
everybody check her out. Main Street, yo. That's thank you. That was. I mean,
Hey,
I was
Kendra.
like,
It's the Mad
Kendra,
Baker. The Mad
uh,
Baker.
the Mad Baker.
Yes, that's Kendra.
Listen, hey Kendra, listen, Kendra. I'm gonna post this so you can check out all the dialogue that we had earlier because you missed a lot. It was good. It was good stuff.
We're talking about the dating pool. I
We're
mean,
talking about and who peed in it.
who peed in it? Who left fecal matter on the side?
Peeing in the dating pool. Come on, man. We all got to swim in it. Come on. But yeah, definitely. And I appreciate you for joining me. This was
Very
amazing, awesome.
impromptu.
Oh yeah, definitely, no question. I was up here talking about what's that movie? Oh God, I forget the name of it.
You
Oh
see,
gosh,
forgot the
Doctor
movie.
Strange. Doctor Strange. Come up here to get my reviews on Doctor Strange, and next thing you know, we had this amazing dialogue, and it was awesome, man. I appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
No problem. Anytime. I'm here. I told you I'm down for it. Like, we need to change
Awesome.
something. These guys, fellas, remember the simplest full body pics, face pics,
Hmm.
nice
No
teeth,
filters.
smile.
No filters,
Smile.
guys.
No masks. Why do I see guys taking pictures with masks on? No mask. Make sure your nails are manicured. When you go out to meet these chicks, at least like your first impression. Manicure your Get some scrub, body scrub, scrub your hands. Your hands should be nice and smooth. Like, come on, I know some people are hard workers, laborers, so
Hmm.
I get
Hmm.
it that it might not be the smoothest, but they should not be jagged. Your nails should not be jagged, dirty, any of that. Nice smile, guys.
A nice
Thank
smile.
you. Thank you, Empress.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you appreciated it. Awesome. Yeah, I've known her for a long time too. She's probably like 4 decades.
Okay. You don't have to
We
be
can all
hard
relate.
every day.
I know. I know. I know. All right.
But
But
thank
thank
you.
you
Thanks for
again.
having me.
And if you ever come on again, maybe I'll have Alexis on, and she can give her feminine perspective, and I'll sit back and I'll just I'll let you go at it.
Okay.
All
Thanks.
right, awesome.
See
Thank
you
you.
guys
Peace
later.
out. Bye.
Okay.